Ik ben Deborah. Ik wil vandaag een asymmetrische bob laten knippen en bordeaux rood laten verven.
Okay, Deborah wants an asymmetrical bob and she wants a deep red color. Deborah, will you turn for you and the rest of the world to show what you have now? Thank you very much. Hello friends on YouTube. Deborah is going to get a shorter hairstyle. So that's what I always like. First I pin up the hair and I protect her from falling hairs, as I always do. She's a wonderful brown because it's summer. And thank God her neck is also brown.
Anders had ik zo'n witte nek.
Yeah, it's summertime. Sometimes you make it shorter and you have a white neckline. So you have to use brown without sun. I'll make this cut with a hot razor. Her hair normally I wouldn't do with a razor because then it gets split ends, but with a hot razor I dare it. It's better because it seals the hair. I'm gonna work in a short line till I get on the chin line, so a lot of hair is coming off. But that I'll show you. First I start wetting the hair. Watch how the skull bone is. And as I normally do, I will work on her natural lines. To make working easier, I will first take some hair off, because it goes quicker and I don't have the dry ends to work with. I lay the hair over the rounding. In the opposite line of the asymmetrical line I will work on. This will be the short side. She has wonderful ears. You have to be aware of that because ears are very important when one side is short. I will work on the skull bone. Lay the hair over the rounding of the skull. I know that I want to start on the ear line. So in this line I'm going to cut the hair off. So I have the most natural fall to work on. And it makes working a lot easier. Ready.
Oh.
So in base I have my first line. So now I'm going to work it out. First, part hair from the side, the same line as the eyebrow bone, till I get on the center line on the skull bone. That is set away. Lay the hair to the front. Again, hold my comb in the same direction as I parted the hair. It's a little bit difficult to see. And start on the eyebrow by working it to the back. This you can lay behind the ear. Because she has curly hair, I don't want to get shorter. Because this she lays back and then she has a wonderful rounding, so I get a rounding on the skull bone. The hot razor is from Ergo and that comes from the States. The 180 degrees. Pull the hair straight out of the skin and work it into the roundings of the skull. This way I get a lovely soft neckline. gives a wonderful swing to her hair because she has lovely curly hair, wavy hair. Watch if the hair goes the way I want it. See, it gets the wonderful in the rounding. Skull bone coming out. Take a new part on it. Pull it to the front. Start on the eyebrow. Pull it in the opposite line and work it into the line of working. Just start at the front, lay it back on the skull bone. Minor corrections to the line. Part the hair over the center line. Take it over the rounding. Part it on a 19 degrees. Pull it to the front. Watch through the hair, on the hair that lays beneath it, and create a lovely soft line on top. No hard lines. Just gently take it off and make sure there's no hard lines in it. When I come to the rounding of the neck, I lay it into the rounding so I get a wonderful neckline. You see how wonderful it flows. Yeah, start in the neckline and the opposite lines. I want to go to the chin line so I can see that her line is laying around here. So this I have to get to that part. So I start on this line to work it up to the line I just cut and then work it out on the front. But first I create myself a baseline to work on. I work till I get on the center line. In the center line the hair always goes straight down. So here I work also straight down, so I pull the hair in a cross technique over from left to the right and from the right to the left. And this way I'm certain that all the lines will connect to each other. You have to be aware that a hot knife cannot be used on the skin because that would be hurting a little bit. And you never burn your fingers because the hair is wet. So when your fingers are wet, you don't burn them. The neckline. Beneath it I will work out with a clipper so I get a nice clean line on both sides. Take a new layer on it. Now I got to work into the rounding, so I got to find me the rounding to work on. I can see her chin, so that's the most important for me to work on. And I work it in the opposite lines as I started. Now I make a cross control, lay it over in the opposite lines and just take off minor parts of the length. So now I get myself a nice bob. Lay the hair again back and now I just work about a centimeter below the line I set out because it's still a soft line where I'm working on, and get to the front. Turn this around again, lay it back. And sometimes you can hear the hissing of the blades. Putting the hair back on the line, watch at the skull bone and travel to the front. Take a new layer on it. And to hold maximum volume on this side, I leave the hair on this side longer than on that side. Though don't connect them to each other, because then I have more length on this side. Coming to the last part, lay it in the natural lines over the skull, put it to the back on the center line, and lay it in the rounding of the skull bone, so I get a curve to the inside. Now I go back, control just the line I just cut. You can see that the rounding is wonderful. It lays wonderful in line with the chin line. Coming to the neckline, that I will do with the clipper, because that I get in a nice shape, so it connects to the line she has. Een klein stukje draaien. Lay the hair aside. Don't lean on the clipper, because otherwise you irritate the skin. Take small parts off behind the long part, because there are always hairs sticking out, so you take it a little bit beneath the line. And this is a wonderful neckline. Time. Okay, put the protection on for coloring your hair. What I made is from Infinity Colors. I took a combination between two reds, a 465 and a 466. This is a red, dark red, and this is a Bordeaux. So it will combine together one on one, and I will part in the underline a little bit of 2-0, because then I create a darker underline, so I get more power to the hairstyle. Otherwise it's all in the deep red tones. Start on top. Start applying the color on top, over the center line. I made it with 20 volume, 6%, and I put in a little bit conditioner, as I always do. Take every time a part of about a centimeter. And leave the part out what I want to get into a darker shade. So that's why I work till I get on the hair to the back, then bring it in and come it into the redder tone on top. Now I'm over the center of her hair, and now I'll work the longer hair into this corner by every time take a part and lay it on this line, because this will be darker, but that you see afterwards. I love to work in this technique because it goes very fast. I have in a small time a lot of color on the hair. And I think the faster the color is on the hair, the better the color results are. This is my leftover. It's not much, but it's enough. There I take a 2-0, put it into that, mix it together and then bring it on the short line. This darker color I bring in the underlines. First bring it up and then come it into the upper line, so get it not a hard line but just an ultra soft connection to both colors. Okay, now all the color is on, so I take off my gloves. We'll close the plastic foil, wait for 25 minutes, rinse it out and then we're back to show you the end result. I love my world famous plastic foil. It makes working on hair a lot cleaner. There's no drops on the cape. Hello friends, we're back. You see, she has a new color. What I'm going to use is from Lanza Curl Divine. This amount. We'll blow dry it with a large brush so it gets a lot of glow in it. And then work it out and let the hair freely go. I also color her eyebrows in the deepest color on the sides, so all is in line. Comb the product through the hair. And start on the longer side with drying. Try it with a large brush. And we'll get a lot of volume into there. Super mooi de kleur.
Ja, ik wil het zo wel zien. Heel gaaf.
Small amount over all the hair. Let the hair be lovely playable, so don't stiffen it by using spray. And this is a new hairstyle and color. Boom. Okay my love, here my turn for you and the rest of the world to show the end result. Do you like it?
Yes.
And how does your hair feel?
Super soft.
Super soft.
And short.
And short.
Yeah, really nice.
Okay, thank you for modeling again. Deborah, will you turn for you and the rest of the world to show what you have now? Thank you very much.